Welcome back to the show. Many high school seniors across Tampa Bay will be spending their summer trying to craft the perfect college essay, a project that can be stressful and time-consuming.
But our next guest says she has tools to help students stand out with a powerful and authentic personal statement. Leslie Bracken is an independent educational consultant and founder of Your Way to College. So welcome to the show. Great to have you here.
So good. It's very interesting to not be watching you from my living room. Actually see you. I can touch you.
Right. You're in our living room right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And I think a lot of parents and high school students wish you were in their living room because this is such a stressful time.
It is.
I actually have a rising junior right now, and even though I've already done this twice, you would think I would kind of be familiar, but I feel like it's constantly changing. You're constantly hearing new information. So I'm just curious, when kids and parents come to you, what are they wanting to know? What are they wanting help with the most?
So typically it's the college application process, right?
Sure.
So it's filling out the applications, how to make yourself individualized in those applications, also appealing to what the schools are kind of looking for.
Yeah.
There's a lot of information out there about that, and a lot of it is kind of skewed or strangely placed. I do direct them individually, as well as helping with the Common App essay, which is the essay that goes to almost all of your schools, depending on where you're applying, and supplemental essays. And as a mother of three, you know that regardless of how many times you've gone through it, not only have you gone through it before, but all of your kids are different,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
So we really are approaching an individualized service and helping that child, each child, go through the process in a manner that's going to be most effective for them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about it. How do you cut through all the noise, all the opinions, and really craft an essay that is true to that child, but stands out to the
Sure. So with the essay in particular, it is really the who you are. Your application is the what you've done. Your essay is where you're interesting the admissions counselor in who you are.
Yeah.
Your application is where you impress them. So one of the things that's big is a lot of kids and parents come thinking, what can I tell them to make them want my child?
Right.
And
right,
this is the, what gets them to sit at your table, to have you at their table.
Yeah, okay.
So we do a lot of, I have a workshop that I developed. It is loosely based on the premier creative writing program in the country, but it's geared toward the Common App because this is intended to be a narrative, a story of you. And that's a difficult thing for kids to write a lot because talking about yourself is kind of weird.
Right.
So it's a whole process. It's a lockstep process. I work individually one-on-one with students through that workshop that I've developed. And this year to help, because we're a bespoke agency, because we can only take so many kids a year, we have developed, one of the things we developed is a self-administered version of our Common App essay workshop. So it's a workbook.
Okay.
It's going to be laid out similar to FLVS, so a lot of students are familiar with that. And they can go through the whole process on their own.
Wow.
Yeah, that's wonderful that you offer that. And then you also have a checklist.
Yes.
Can you talk about that?
Yes, so right now, if you have a rising senior, if you have, and here we go, if we have, so your junior is currently ending their junior year. This is the time to hit the ground running. This summer is when you're going to enrich your activities. We all know how important, everyone's kind of doing well academically these days.
Right.
So enrich your activities. Also, it's when you're going to open your Common Application account. This is another thing, we're doing a video guide to the Common App to help you. You can actually complete the Common App section of your Common Application before the application goes live for your rising senior. And this is actually an example of what our video book on the Common Application is. And it will actually take you step by step by videos through the Common Application, tell you what you're supposed to be putting in there, also point out common mistakes. And also, one of the things that I found is that lacking in information is how you can actually make yourself shine a little bit in here. There are some areas you can use to your advantage. They're kind of little lesser known. The application Common App is going to change its look this year when it goes live August 1st. So if your student is going to be graduating class of 2026, that application goes live August 1st, but you can complete a large portion of it prior to that.
Oh, good.
All the content is the same. We will kind of speak to the way it's going to look in there, but all the content is the same and it will actually transfer over.
And it's really special that you have that visual version, right, to take you through because there are not a lot of things that look like this, right?
No, there are no video guides that
Yeah.
we've been able to find. There
Yeah.
are lists out there, and we do sell this for what it would cost to spend an hour with us, so it's
Yeah.
very helpful.
Yeah.
Obviously, it can't be catered individually to you, but
Right.
we'll show you where you can put in your own information.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, because I think a lot of times, kids do so much stuff, and I think it's hard for them to kind of put on paper like how much time that actually is. So in the Common App, there are places that you can kind of describe some of the activities, and it's
Yes,
the way
you
you
go a little-
describe it, which is
yes.
important. I guess.
It is, and also in the common application specifically, you're ranking your activities in order of importance. There's ways for that. There's not a lot of space in there,
Right,
so
that's
it
what
is
it- yeah.
Sure.
it is important. And activities. One of the things that I advise our students on a lot is, you're not kind of throwing things at the wall and seeing what sticks, right?
Yeah.
You really want to have some focus in what you're doing. That's what resonates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you have intentions in what you're doing. So I really like to help our students work smarter, not harder.
Sure.
Yeah, I
The,
know.
the application pool is insane.
It is, especially here in
is.
Florida,
Yeah.
just trying to get
No.
into our Florida
And
schools.
that's why that Common App essay is
Yeah.
so important,
Yeah.
because it is the unique story of you,
Right.
and it is the one way. And this is what our essay workshop looks like online.
Yeah.
There's videos as well.
Yeah.
So we
Okay.
do try to do a lot of everything's written instruction
Yeah.
and video embedded instruction as well. So it kind of appeals to all learning types.
Yeah.
But this will take you lockstep individually through the whole workshop. My workshop, my
fantastic.
proprietary workshop.
That's
Wow.
great. Well, thank you so much. This is very helpful.
My pleasure.
Really appreciate it. And if you want to find out more information, you can head to her Facebook page or find her online at yourwaytocollege.com, and that's the number 2.